like Easter basket, Jordan almonds, like all those things that have like spring weddings where like, do people still do those? Almond? No, like that's at the 70s. 80s, 90s. Amel's like, girl, what decade are you talking about? Whose wedding have you been to? Who has Jordan almonds? Do you remember those, Quinny? Jordan almonds? Thank you. I know I'm not the only one. Do you guys remember Jordan almonds? Barely. They're like, no, honey. Do you, Amel? All right. It used to be a thing. Everybody, and they put them in those little organza, like, do you remember that, right? Yeah, those were the weddings from the 80s and 90s. I'm just saying. And everybody's bridesmaids dresses were all poofy then, too. Like you remember. Share some pictures on Facebook. I'll put some of mine. Bridesmaid dresses from the 80s. I say all that to say there's a reason that everybody's really excited about the sweater that we're going to feature for you next. And it kind of goes in line with what we've been having fun with today, talking about the arrival of spring. And that if you are already noticing that the days are starting to get a little longer and maybe the little things are starting to bloom and blossom and you're hearing the birds chirping and you're seeing the little animals, you want color that feels like that too. And so we have a sweater for you in the popular Eyelash yarn from AnyBody that is this really terrific ombre, this subtle ombre stripe in colors that just speak to spring. So first up, this is called Blue Jewel. I know, cute, right? Blue Jewel. Then we have the color Amethyst, if you love a soft purple. And then this is a signature color from AnyBody. This is the Smoky Taupe, but done in that subtle ombre stripe. I was happy. There was yellow in the mix, and you had to know I was wearing it, and it's already been the most popular. And now it's the most limited. So that's called Pale Yellow. And then finally, this is the color Spearmint, which is a wonderful kind of minty spring green. Now, the price for this sweater is $27.99. Now that's only for this show, and already 1,600 of these are gone. It is also customer top rated. I'm not the only one who thought it was a cute sweater. The people who already have it thought so too. So today, if you're shopping for it, today if you're saying, I'm adding spring color, I'm ready, it's $27.99, and everything has 5 easy payments as part of our President's Sale weekend. So Amel, come on in. I'm happy to know that you remember Jordan.
Every family function we had the Jordan almonds in the little organza bag with the ribbon. So so I know exactly the pretty pastel shades.
I feel better about myself.
No, we had them they were all over my house growing up. So.
Oh, that's fun. Well, I will tell you, this sort of reminded me of all the things you think of like that with spring. And it's done in the Eyelash yarn, which happens to be really popular in the AnyBody collection.
It is. So if you come in close, the Eyelash yarn means that the pile truly looks like an eyelash. It's a longer pile. It almost mimics a little bit like a faux mink. It's beautiful. And because there's acrylic in here, it's very, very soft. It's a very luscious fabric. It feels amazing on the skin. And like Leah said, if you have a second, check out the reviews. So many of you have already gotten this home and love it. In fact, one lady wrote that her whole New Year's resolution was to stop wearing sweatshirts and find comfortable, classy looking sweaters, and that's what she thinks this is, comfortable and classy. And I could not agree more, because the way that we did the ombre, it turned out really nice. It's a more like tonal, very gradual ombre, and that is because we do this with a space dye technique where about every 18 meters or so, the yarn changes color, and then we weave it in. So you get that gradual look throughout the sweater, which I think makes it much more wearable and very easy to style.
It's subtle because it, you know, it reads as easily as a solid would read, as opposed to, ooh, that's a stripe. Oh, that's a stripe, like bold in your face. And then too, it's going back to nostalgia and things I remember from being a teen.
Yeah.
I had a friend, it was Babette Jansen, and Babette had the best wardrobe of everybody, right, in high school, and had, I don't know, it was probably some sort of Angora sweater that, like, those of us who didn't have that thought, oh, I want that sweater. And then finally worked and got that sweater, and it was the itchiest, scratchiest thing. Like, you know, I thought it would be cute and thought it was great and really wanted it, and then it wasn't.
And it
wasn't soft. And so when I say to you, the Eyelash yarn, which is sort of wispy and has that little touch of texture and airiness to it, but there's nothing about it that feels uncomfortable
No.
or itchy or scratchy. It's just soft, really soft.
Yeah, I would agree, because sometimes with those types of sweaters, I feel like I need a cami under them. You do not. Let this be up against your skin. It is that buttery soft. And I have to say, it is, if you're wondering, well, okay, it's a sweater. I'm wearing it now, and I'm sort of showing it to you layered the way I would wear it now for winter. But this is your springtime sweater. It is not a beefy, chunky sweater. It's more of a lightweight gauge. So as you transition into spring and you're looking for that perfect weight long sleeve top, this is it for you.
So Michelle's wearing it in spearmint, which, by the way, is now extremely popular as well. And she layered it with a collared shirt underneath. We're down to just 300 left in spearmint. This is a sweater that would be $47 at its regular price. That's $27.99 today. And everything has 5 easy pay. So yes, head into spring with a pretty soft sweater in a great color. She layered the little Denim & Company jacket over her shoulders. She's wearing the logo boyfriend jean. Like, that whole look is ready for spring. Rebecca has it on with just a terrific pant and sandal, and she's wearing it in the color amethyst. And Rebecca, are you in the extra large in this? So Rebecca wearing it in the extra large, Michelle wearing it in the extra small. I wear it in the extra large as well. And I layered it with a Denim & Company tank, just because we had the linen tank that went with the linen pants, but on its own. Or I love this, like, as the sweater you throw over your shoulder and tie,
yes.
because that pop of
That's very
color.
in.
And then if you need to pull it on, you can do that. But it's under $28, and we love sweaters. We love spring sweaters.
Right.
And people love this. Like, it's customer top rated. The people who have it loved it so much. They took the time to write and say what they liked about it.
Yeah, no, it's been really popular. And I hope, again, all of us layering under and over it like I'm doing really helps to illustrate to you it's not super bulky. You are not putting this away come, April and May. See, the gauge on it is so nice. Again, you can see that beautiful texture of the eyelash, which is not itchy at all. It is the most comfortable sweater. Like we said, check the reviews out. Everyone says the same thing. It's very comfortable. And I've been saying all season, sweaters are the new sweatshirts. We're wearing them way more casually now than we ever did before. And this is just a fun way to add a little bit of pop and personality, but it's still tasteful and sophisticated. It's not too loud of an ombre.
Are you in the small? Is that what
I'm
you
in
wear?
the small, yes.
Okay. Let's show you these colors, because 3,000 orders have been placed. And if you are excited for spring, and maybe you are thinking about, we go from maybe the colors that you've been wearing because it's winter and it's cold and it's drab, and sometimes our wardrobe tends to reflect that. And as spring arrives and it does get warmer and sunnier and brighter, and you want things that reflect that in your wardrobe too. This sweater is exactly that. And that's not to say you won't want to wear it when you get it home, and you can, but this is one of those transitional sweater weights that I think works well. So we have blue jewel, very denim friendly, and the ombre, again, is subtle. The stripe gives you that, that nice detail, but nothing about it seems harsh or hard to wear. Here's the color amethyst. That's what you saw Rebecca wearing. We have the color that Amel is wearing, which is smoky taupe, if you love the earthy neutral. We have 500 left in that color. Here is pale yellow. It's still the most popular. We have about 400 left in this color, just sunny and happy. And then a lot of you are saying, I think I want that green.
It's pretty.
And that spearmint green, we have about 150 remaining. St. Patrick's Day.
I was just, yes,
Right?
perfect. It's such a beautiful shade of green.
All right, so here's what's gonna happen. At the end of our show, which is about 25 minutes from now, this sweater will not be $27.99. That is what a one-time only is. It's a sale price just for us, only in this show. So if you'd like it, choose your size. Sizes are extra, extra small to 5X, and then put it in your cart and check out, because at the end of the show, the price goes up, and $27.99 is a really good value on a really cute sweater.
Thank you, Leah.
Great to see you.
Enjoy your Saturday.
All right, listen. Here's another one that has a